What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Wingboys, where without fail, I'm gonna find a problem. So, reading for most of my life, having glasses for 21 years, still don't know how to read apparently, because I saw Anthony texted me what I thought was, got a hot sauce that's really going to hurt. To which I was surprised and excited. And so I got naked wings. And come to find out, Anthony just brought us drinks. So he said, get a hot sauce.
I said, get something hot. Something that'll really light a fire under us, because I feel like we've been slacking a little in the heat department.
Well, asked and answered, because then I decided to raid my fridge and I grabbed some of the Last Dab that Anthony got me for Christmas or my birthday.
Might have been Christmas.
I think it was Christmas. And we also got a Puka hot sauce that he brought a while ago. And we mixed them together. Yeah. Because
here we go.
Why not? You know what else is spicy? And a better segue than that. Week 1 of NFL football. How did you feel about the Week 1 games?
Jets played abysmally. We'll start off with that.
I don't want to talk about it.
Giants pulled out a win, which was crazy. And loved how Saquon looked in that game. But yeah, it was a great slate of games. A lot of action. The way that Seattle and Denver game ended, though, that was gut-wrenching. I mean, no, not gut-wrenching. But no, McManus absolutely could have hit that kick, and it wasn't a bad call per se to go for the kick, but obviously hindsight 2020, and also like in the moment, like you got time on the clock, like try and get that first down, like go for the touchdown. I don't know. It was a weird slate of kickers, like a weird kick-heavy week, because we also had the Bengals game and the Steelers game, where it literally was just a back and forth with kicks. It was, and one of the weirdest decisions was that they brought out the Bengals brought out their kicker McPherson on 3rd and I think it was like 3rd and 15, but no matter what it was 3rd down, where they could have at least tried to get a little more yardage, get him a little bit closer to that field, and he completely botched it. And that poor guy pulled out nothing but game winners. That's crazy. Good thing it wasn't open yet. Now it's gonna spray everywhere because it's shaking up. That's right. That's right. So yeah. Anyways,
and that's gonna just mess him up for the whole season. I looked him in his face when he missed that kick, and I just knew that he's done. He's really going to. That's gonna mess you up mentally, because he could have gotten. They just set him up for failure for no reason. But
yeah, I mean, the Bengals were missing a long snapper, so they had a tight end filling in as the replacement, who wasn't doing a great job. So it's not really on McPherson, but like those missed kicks are still missed kicks. I mean,
no, I'm not putting any of the blame on him. I'm putting the blame on them to decide to kick on 3rd down.
No, they
There was zero reason for that. They had plenty of time on the clock. It was in overtime. It's not like they had to worry about the clock running out. And I'm trying to think what other games. You know who I was surprised by? Geno Smith.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm grateful because I got DK Metcalf on my fantasy team, so I'm not mad that Geno Smith is playing better than they did with the Jets. Yeah, I'll take it gladly. So he was a shock.
I'm gonna eat this first because I lost Week 1 fantasy.
Oh yeah, you won. Right. Not only did I win, I'm the only one who won of the 4 in our division, but that's okay. No, it was a good game. In that league, I did pretty well. It was a pretty close matchup with the guy who I beat. In my other league, I don't know who this man thought he was, but he really just played his heart out, because he doubled me in points. The percentage of win, I watched it climb down to 99% in one, and they were being generous, because he had a 60-point lead on me, and they're like, you can still got it.
Nothing's impossible.
Nothing's impossible. I had one player left for the Monday night game.
Nothing's impossible.
But yeah,
that's why it's 1%.
It is 1%.
You never know what could happen.
You never know if he's gonna score 70 points in one game.
Listen, there's been guys that have scored 50.
I'm pretty sure it was like a RB2 or something like that. It wasn't no Josh Allen. But
yeah,
you know who I was really surprised with how Geno Smith played. Wow. But spicy? Alright. So I'm about to take my bite, but I do want to talk about how surprising it was Aaron Rodgers. How he played, how Green Bay played in general, week 1. And I know a lot of people are a little like, I'm not trying to overinflate and freak out. He's still my backup quarterback. I'm not saying it's over for Rodgers. Like, a lot of people are jumping the gun a little bit. How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers' week 1 performance?
They just got to work on their chemistry. I mean, it's a whole new group of receivers for this guy, outside of Randall Cobb and Robert Tonyan. They just got to work on it.
Oh, I feel it. It's coming for me. What other games do you happen to catch? Because obviously neither of us can watch all the games. What games are you watching?
I watched the Eagles-Lions game.
I didn't see that one. How was that?
It was a good game. Eagles won 38-35. The Lions really made it a game.
Really?
It's exciting to see what the Lions offense is going to be like for the rest of the season. Honestly, it was a great game.
I want to look at the week 1 scores and see if anything pops out. Talked about the Bills Rams. I caught the tail end of the Bengals Steelers game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the Patriots Dolphins, but man, the Dolphins beat the hell out of them. 27. Obviously, I saw the Ravens Jets game. That was tough to watch. Did you catch the Browns Panthers game?
No, it wasn't showing anywhere.
Browns took it.
Yeah.
26-24. Poor Baker.
Stop.
Poor Baker. But it's alright.
I did see Colts Texans tied 2020, which was crazy to see that a Texans team came back and tied it with a Colts team that's a dark horse for the playoffs.
Very surprising. What stood out to you in that game? What were the Texans doing?
I don't know. I didn't watch any of the game.
Oh, they said you caught it.
No. I was just saying I saw that it was a tie game.
My mistake. But
I did catch the Chiefs Cardinals game.
I saw that too. We were talking about it. We were texting while we were watching it. Pat Mahomes' sidearm needs to be studied.
Oh no, that was Chiefs Chargers that was just played yesterday.
Both. Well, I saw the Chiefs Cardinals. Same thing.
Yeah.
Amazing, like his connection to his wide receivers, his tight end.
His ability to put a ball where it needs to be, however he has to do it. It's crazy.
Running in the pocket, outside the pocket, man can do it all. He really is. As much as I love to see him lose, I'm not a fan of him. I find watching Chiefs games usually boring. That was the Cardinals game and the Chargers game were fun to watch.
Really, you find Chiefs games boring?
There were a couple of games last year I just couldn't get into. I don't know what it was, but Patrick Mahomes is interesting to watch.
Interesting to watch.
Interesting to watch. Enjoyable. Is that better? Do you prefer enjoyable?
I mean, I've heard much bigger claims from much bigger personalities in the media. It's interesting to me that your take on him is that. But proceed.
Listen,
or as Kendrick Perkins says, carry on.
In all fairness, I'm not 100% there in the brain. I'm 8 weeks out from competition, and the lack of carbs is showing very clearly. So you're going to watch as the weeks progress. I'm just going to get progressively stupider. This is the one cheat meal I get to have a week, and I'm very excited for it, even though it's burning my tongue as we speak.
This is rough.
Did you catch any of the Buccaneers-Cowboys game?
I did. It was a bad game.
Pretty low scoring.
19 to what? 12 or 7? 3. Yeah. No. It's gonna be really something to watch how the Cowboys move on this season without Dak for however long he's out.
That was quite a way to start the season.
Yeah, man. But I have CD and Zeke on the team in our league, and I was really suffering that game. I needed those two to step up to win, and they didn't, and I lost.
You can only do so much. The only one who's doing worse than you is the guy I'm facing this week, who had Dak is his starting quarterback, and his backup quarterback was
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett, yeah, who the Steelers aren't starting yet. So he was in quite a pickle, but now he's got Carson Wentz, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I think either he's projected to win or I'm projected to win, but it's by very thin margins.
It happens.
Who are you up against?
I'm up against. Who am I up against? I don't know. Excuse me. I'm going against Sam, or Team Lorenzo's anger issues.
What's your projected? Who's projected to win?
I think he is. Actually, no. It's supposed to be no. I think he is because Herbert had a nice game. He's projected to beat me by 14 points.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad Kelsey only got 10 points, but Herbert had almost 30. He had 29 and a half. So.
Are you in? I had the only one I had on my team was Valdez Scantling, who only had 3.3 points. But yeah, he was one of the higher people that was projected on my team, and it was kind of more hopeful that the Chiefs were gonna give him a little more play. I think I was assuming Mahomes could give him a little more work. Just gotta know he has. I feel like he's working on all his options right now. He's kind of throwing around, seeing who he can get, because he needs new.
That's what Mahomes said. He said it's going to be hard to predict the wide receiver one in fantasy for the Chiefs. So,
which makes sense, which is understandable because he has. Yeah, he has.
Juju, MVS, McCole Hardman, Sky Moore now.
So right now he's just trying to see who he melds the best with. So I was assuming that means that any Chiefs wide receiver was going to get some points.
Yeah, man.
And he did get some points, but nothing crazy. I
am struggling here with this heat.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't feel anything anymore, but it's not that bad.
What's wrong with you? Are you lathering?
I feel bad.
Yeah.
Who are your who do you see giving you the most this week? Who are you most excited for? Who are you most worried about on your team?
I'm most worried about CeeDee Lamb and Zeke going against the Bengals. Without Dak, especially. In terms of giving me the most points, probably not Derrick Henry going up against the Buffalo Bills.
No shot.
I might have to say DJ Moore or Michael Thomas in my flex. Honestly, I have two flex spots. I can't pull on my team right now. I can't remember who's in my second flex opening.
I can pull you up. So you got Michael Thomas and Jeff Wilson Jr.
Wilson. I can see Jeff Wilson popping out for a cool 18, which would
They're
be
against
nice.
the Seahawks, yeah, you'd be alright.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
But I think Michael Thomas or DJ Moore are my two best bets to score me some points.
That's fair. What about you? You're in two other leagues, right?
Yeah.
What about them?
I have definitely DeAndre Swift in one of my leagues. He's phenomenal, and I said this in the beginning. I don't know if, excuse me, wow. I don't know if it's on camera, but I said early on that there's two guys that could get 2,000 yards from scrimmage this season. Austin Eckler and DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I know you said that.
So.
But I did.
Yeah. I think they got to continue to utilize Austin Eckler better, and I think they got to keep using Swift how they're using him. I mean, he had like 24 points week one. Jeez.
For me, I think Josh Allen is probably going to be just my saving grace this entire game, or this entire season.
Yeah.
Especially going up against Tennessee. I think he's do very well.
I have Debo in one league. I expect him to do really well with Elijah Mitchell out. They're probably going to use him like a running back wide receiver.
That's fair. The one I'm worried most about is Breece Hall.
Going up against
the Cleveland Browns. I just think I'm just hoping he kind of, one, they give him time, which I think they're kind of splitting him up pretty well.
Well, they are.
They give him a lot of chances with the Ravens.
What do you have, like 12 touches? 12 carries, I mean?
I believe so.
What is it, 8?
He had 6 attempts.
And how many catches? Did he have any?
He had 23 yards, 0 touchdowns.
What about receiving?
Brees Hall's a running back.
Yeah, but you can... Where is he? Made up there.
Oh. 6 receiving.
Yeah, so he had 12 touches.
Yeah, so that's not that bad.
Yeah. Especially for a guy that they expect to be like a power back, having 6 catches, that's pretty good.
So we'll see what happens, but I am worried about. I think he's getting. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah, but it's all right. On my other division, I'm hoping that McCaffrey can really bust his way through that Giants defense and really go the distance. Who I'm most concerned about, I think, would have to be Lamar Jackson. He didn't play great. He played well enough to absolutely wash the Jets. But I'm worried because I don't think his heart's in it. I was talking to my friend who's a Raven. He's like a diehard Ravens fan. He feels like, yeah, they didn't pay him. They don't have a contract with him set up yet. We're hoping he doesn't. So we're gonna see if he's really gonna like play well and play at the level he could, or if he's kind of just waiting it out. I'm hoping that he's going to play
usually
really
in
well.
Contract years, players really step up big.
Mm-hmm. Well, this was a contract year, and they pushed it back. He was supposed to have a contract before week 1,
Yeah,
and they delayed it. So, I mean, that would leave a sour taste in my mouth personally. So I don't know, maybe, but I do get what you're saying. So, who knows? We'll see what he does against the Miami Dolphins, which is. I don't know if they're the same way they were last year. I know last year they were a very blitz-heavy defense, which could spell trouble to him, especially if he wants to run it, if he wants to really get those yards. He's not very fast with the throw. He's not as decisive as like a Mahomes or a Kyle Murray, who is, I think...
Kyle Murray?
No, not...
Kyler,
yes. Kyler Murray, I think he was the one they said is the fastest...
yeah, man, he's fast.
fastest passer. His time...
I want to... Sorry.
Go ahead.
No.
No, I'm just...
That's what you were saying.
I'm just talking. Like, his time from ball to throwing to the passer, I think it was like average of 2 seconds or something like that. Some crazy amount of time. He really he knows who he wants to throw it to, and he sends it to him right away. What were you saying?
I want to touch back on that Panthers-Giants game. I think McCaffrey's going to have a good game because Baker's going to want to save his reputation after losing to the Browns in that revenge game, sort of. People are going to probably have the narrative of, oh, he's done after leaving Cleveland, and then he couldn't even beat his old team. Going against the Giants defense, I think, after losing James Bradbury, and I don't think their defense is as good as it was the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I think DJ Moore, I think Christian McCaffrey could have big games because of the loss to the Browns last week.
Do you think they're coming back with a vengeance? A revenge game for the revenge game?
I think Baker is. I don't know if the rest of the team is coming back with a vengeance, but I think they're going to play with that same intensity, but he's going to have an extra chip on his shoulder.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's a fair one. He just has a very violent and aggressive season so far. But I agree. So with that being said, we might as well go into our predictions for the week.
Yeah.
Unless you want to talk about last night's game.
Justin Herbert, man, playing through that rib injury to get that touchdown at the end of the game. I mean, it made it only like a 3-point loss, but
yeah,
that was some tough play.
Now, credit, dude. That team actually is a phenomenal team.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Were they in the championship last year?
No.
No, but they were in the playoffs for a while, right?
I don't think so. But I definitely think with Keenan Allen healthy, they probably would have won that game, and they would be 2-0. So
that's all right. The defense was phenomenal, though, as well as their offense. really put a lot of pressure on Mahomes. He still answered it and took care of it, but that is a phenomenal team. I only caught the first half, but I liked what I saw.
Yeah.
All right. So that being said, let's get into it. Jets versus the Browns. It's most likely gonna be the Browns. I gotta bet the Jets. Gotta bet with my heart.
I just think because of the defenses.
The defense is a solid defense. We do have Joe Flacco for another week. Where I think they said they don't expect Zach Wilson to come back until week 4.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I'd say put Mike White in against the Bengals. Anyway, for the culture, just to see if he can give him the yips. Because if Mike White can put some kind of strange curse on the Bengals, I'll take it. Also,
What's up?
sure.
What's going on here?
Who did I bench? Who's playing on the Browns?
Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper. I benched Amari Cooper because I have a feeling that
Sauce is going to lock him up.
I think they're just not going to throw to him. Whether or not Sauce can actually lock him up, I think everyone's just so scared of Sauce, which we clearly saw with the Ravens. He was barely targeted.
Last week, he led up 1 catch for 8 yards, I think.
But I don't even think that was his guy. I think he came in. I think that was someone. I'm pretty sure that was a safety's man, and Sauce came in to stop it. I'm pretty sure Sauce was covering the other guy. No?
That was the pass he broke up for Mark Andrews.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Because Mark Andrews didn't catch it, he broke it up.
Mm-hmm. But no, I feel like it really isn't going to be targeted. I think a lot of people are concerned about him.
Excuse me, wow. This sauce is really killing me.
This is a tough one. Welcome back. So, that's why I bet Amari Cooper. I just think he's not going to score a lot because whether or not Sauce can lock him up, I think he's just not going to be targeted.
For sure.
But I do like our Jets defense. I'm hoping to see a little more out of them. I'm hoping for some more man-on-man coverage. I'm hoping to really... Our line is beautiful. We really have a solid line. It's our secondary that just needs to work. C.J. Mosley can do what he can, but we also have a young secondary that just needs to, put the work in, put the reps in, and we'll see what happens. But I'm very hopeful this year for our Jets defense.
Yeah.
That being said, let's move on to the Commanders and the Lions. I'm saying Commanders.
I'm going to say Lions.
Really?
Yeah.
You were that impressed with week 1?
This is a pretty explosive Lions offense. I think it's going to be a battle of the offenses because neither team has a great defense. I think Washington's defense is better than the Lions' defense, but I just think the pieces that they have on that Detroit offense and the way that they're clicking right now, I think they're going to take this game.
So you think it's going to be like a high-scoring game? Or just a battle?
Relatively. Like probably as high scoring as the game last night.
Okay. I think the opposite. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think the Commander defense is just good enough to hold on to that Detroit Lions offense.
Why do I keep going back? For the culture. Please subscribe.
For them. For you guys. We love you. That's why we're burning our esophagus and stomach. Buccaneers Saints.
Buccaneers.
I'm saying the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
No brainer.
Who we going?
Panthers Giants. Panthers. It was a pretty good fluke.
No gives a shit.
Wow. He wants to leave. Then we got Patriots and Steelers. I'm going with Steelers.
Yeah.
Colts and Jaguars. I'm going with Colts.
Colts. It's like in my nostrils. It's like in my sinuses, I think.
We're almost there. Keep digging. Next we got the Dolphins and the Ravens. I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah.
Falcons and Rams. I'm going with the Rams. Especially after that loss to the Bills. They're going to be mad. And they're going to show it on that poor Dirty Bird defense. Seahawks and 49ers. I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Yep. 49ers.
Bengals, Cowboys.
Bengals. No Dak.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I don't know what am I thinking. Bengals. Texans, Broncos. I'm going to go Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have the Cardinals and the Raiders. I'm going to go Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears and the Packers. Packers, because now Aaron Rodgers has to answer for what happened last week. And it's against the Bears. You go for the Bears?
They had a lot of fun playing out in the rain on Sunday.
That was so. I love that video. Like some big kids. I like the Bears, but this one I'm actually gonna use my brain and go Packers. But you can vote for the Bears. I won't stop you. Then we have the Monday night game, which is the Texans and the Bills.
There's 2 Monday night games.
You're right. I'm sorry. Texans and the Bills. I'm going with the Bills, of course.
Yep.
And then we have the Vikings and the Eagles.
Vikings.
I'm gonna go Eagles.
Alright.
Alright, guys. You want to do the outro? I'll eat one more because I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
You're really going through it right now.
Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for coming back for another episode. I mean, kind of messed up the sauce today a little bit, but you know, maybe one day we'll finally get it right. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe down below. If you have any sauce options for us, anything you want to recommend for us to try, please just definitely let us know in the comments below. We got our @ below us. Hit us up for sure, so you can see more of this. Peace.
Bye, guys.